Dun 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 dun. Good thing I made sure to turn on the light this time. Let's see if I get distracted again and accidentally start Order of Ecclesia again. Yeah, I'm supposed to be doing Porturan, yeah. I will do Ecclesia at some point. Yeah, it might be alright now. Alright now. Although, I'm kind of in the mood to, do Bloodstained as well. Although, I played Bloodstained, like a billion jillion times, so... I need to start playing games that are a little bit different than that. Alright, number of fortune. We need our money to be 777. I got the glasses. It turns out they were in the City of Haze, in the room where you get the stone sword. Alright, yeah, I couldn't get the stone sword itself, obviously, but because I need Totem Heart for that. But everything else is fine. Oh yeah, I'm using the Nebula because, I find it to be a fun weapon. Probably the most unique weapon in the game. Alright, I need to get 777 in my weapon. In my minis. Oh, excuse me. I need to get 777 in my weapon. I need to get 777 money. Now all that's left is to get pennies. Okay, there's a penny. Alright, might as well kill an enemy while I'm at it. Nope, don't when I grab that. Uh-oh. Oops, I think I accidentally grabbed the wrong money. I accidentally grabbed a little bit of money. Oh, whoops, I did it again. Alright now. Alright now, we need those pennies. Alright, got the dime. I need 100s and... Alright, there's a penny. Alright, I'll grab that. I'll grab that, get that. Alright, now to get to 100. Don't grab the dimes. Alright, that'll put me closer. Okay, where are the pen? Alright, now. Alright, give me the pennies, please. Well, I'll take 50s as well. Alright, there's one. Alright, kinda, Alright, since the coins are RNG, it's kind of a little hard to get them. Kinda hard to get specific ones that you want. Alright, I just need pennies. Alright, I need to be careful about art now. Come on, drop the right coin, please. There it is. Alright, I need 1 penny. I need only 1 penny. Alright, come on, please. There we go. Alright, now quest complete. Hi, Pathogen. Alright, don't mind. Alright, now I'm gonna ignore breaking candles. Alright, now I had to get 777 money. Alright, this quest is only doable if I do 777 money. By the way, thank you, Pathogen, for lurking. And we get luck boost for that, which is really good. Yeah, definitely worth it to do this quest, even though it's a little finicky, due to, the RNG of, what money will actually drop. But, it doesn't take more than a few. It doesn't take more than a few. You know, one thing I do wish is, you know, that the timer in, you know, Master Duel was longer. Yeah, it should be at least 3 times the length that it is. At least. I mean, I know that's gonna be really annoying when, you know, people special summon forever. But, you know, there's not a lot of... Alright, now. I get that it's annoying when decks special summon forever, but that's, but, you know, I think the timer's a little too strict. Yeah, and, some players, you know, think that timer should be shorter. For whatever reason, I'm like, why? No. All it really does, all strict timers really do is you know, punish control and, you know, combo decks that, you know, are very heavy. Which is why I should petition him for it to be longer. And anyone saying it should be shorter should let you know, no. Look, I know that not everybody, you know, is a big fan. I know that, you know, most people that are like Yugi boomers that are like returning from the game aren't like a big fan of, you know, long combo heavy decks. That take like forever to finish. But yeah, they're kind of a reality. They're kind of here to stay, so... Alright now. Alright now. So, you know, so we shouldn't have... Alright now. And we can now summon Frog in battle. Frog. Yeah, by the way, there is a quest, you know, if you get all spells, so... Yeah, I kind of need all of them. Oh yeah, the Malachi also has a spell, by the way. A lot of spells in this region in particular. Fortunately, Malachi is kind of hard to kill. Wait, maybe I should just equip, you know... Alright, I should just equip a stronger weapon. I'll just equip the stronger weapon. Yeah, he's got like 400... He's got like the number of death as his HP. Oh no. At least the killer bees don't poison. And we got killer bees to worry about as well. But they're relatively weak in harm. They're relatively weak. They're a rather weak enemy, so it should be fine. Yeah, they do also infinitely spawn from beehives as well. Alright, I should get Charlie with luck boost. So I kind of need her out for the luck boost to apply, you know, correctly. Let's hope that, you know, luck is not broken in this game. Like it is in some of the other Castlevanias. Yeah, looking at you, Arya and Dawn. Yeah, and Arya and Dawn are where, you know, luck would seem like they're the most important stat. But they actually do absolutely nothing. Yeah, they do basically absolutely nothing. Yeah, they like do absolutely nothing. Which is kind of a shame, really. Alright, Charlotte, please be careful. Alright, now, I have plenty of MP, so I shouldn't worry too much. Alright, now, I thought you poisoned when you... Alright, I took the luck boost, so you know, to help me. No, I do not like these bees. Bees might... Alright, the Amazon... Alright, now, Dracula has unleashed a deadly bee weapon. Bees, my god. Dracula has unleashed a deadly bee weapon. Bees, my god. Alright, I will try it. I will try some other time. I mean, a spell is, you know, kind of useless anyway. Alright, I'll try to, you know, get that some other time, you know, probably behind the scenes. Basically, a spell you get is Nightmare. Which, Nightmare, I think it does dark damage, I think? If I remember correctly. Yeah, dark elements is not a very good, you know, element in the game anyway. Well, there is one fight where it is useful, but unfortunately Charlotte's not in there. No, I got cursed by the doll, no! No, my MP's gone, no! No! That sucks, no! No, my MP, no! Yeah, you gotta be a little careful with them. Be careful with any enemy that curses. At least it's not as annoying as Curse and Order of Ecclesia. Yeah, the Giant Expansion in particular is very bad about, you know, using Curse Ailment. Yeah, because in Order of Ecclesia, every attack is, you know, tied to, you know, using magic. And you kind of need it to be able to attack. So if you get Cursed, it basically disables your ability to attack. Which is honestly kind of trash, really. I mean, it's really only annoying in, you know, one area of the game, really. Where there's frequently enemies that curse you, if you're not careful. And I kind of, you know, I'm hot dog water at Order of Ecclesia anyway. Alright, I know you have a card. Annabin? Hey, where's the chatbot? Alright, where's the thing? There it is. Alright, there it is. Yeah, Annabin's raiding. Annabin, thank you for raiding. Alright, Annabin's raiding, that's good, that's good. Alright, we love ourselves our cute bunny buddy. Alright now, alright, bunny buddy. Alright, we are grinding on, you know, the hardest of woods. We're bouncing on the hardest of woods to, you know, try to get a club out of him. We're gonna take him to the club. We're gonna, you know, get a club from him. By the way, I need to pick up a copy of God Hand if I can. Unfortunately, you know, God Hand is a very popular PS2 RPG, and, you know, old video games are super expensive because, you know, modern, you know, video game cult. Because modern internet, you know, made it super popular to get classic games. The price has gone up, you know, significantly on them. You know, unless the game really, really sucks, you know, then it's probably gonna be really expensive. That's why I can't, you know, get like Eternal Poison or you know, God Hand. Or, you know, the other Wild Arms games that, you know, they never remake. Yeah, petition to remake, you know, all the Wild Arms, for the remaster all the old, you know, Wild Arms games. You know, and have an actual good company do it, you know, not like the ones that did Gex or that get Gex and Glover. Yeah, the people who did those were, trash. Yeah, those particular versions of the game were not very good. Yeah, Glover was never really a good game, though. I mean, no shade on, you know, no shade on Glover or anything, but Glover was never actually a good game. Especially on, you know, especially on N64. The fact that it was kind of hot dog water, not gonna lie. No, I'm not a cutie, no. You're the one who was cute? Alright, now, Gex, it was, you know, I mean, Gex is, you know, somewhat of an annoying character, but, you know, for Gex, I think it suits him. Yeah, for Gex, you know, being an annoying character kind of is, you know, his thing, really. Alright, now, carefully making your way through the Wizarding School of Death. And of this, you know, hellish, you know, Alright, by the way, this Wizard School is said to be, I think, based on Brunner's feelings about his, you know, daughters dying during World War I. Yeah, it might be implied that, you know, they might have been, you know, kind of bombed. I think they might have been, you know, bombed. Yeah, you know how that works. Oh yeah, I need a beehive from this beat. Alright, I need to grab a beehive too. Here, Dorito, succubus, fat nugget. Lies, that is not what I am. That's not what I am. That's, you know, a bunch of false information. That's like, that is detractor memes. No, that's false information. That's a detractor meme. Those are detractor memes. Those are like in-the-body detractor memes, dude. Those are alright now. No, you're the one who's tiny. I, you know, can princess carry you. Besides, you're a known bottom. Besides, it's a fact that you're a known bottom, so... I will be the one to, you know, give you uppies, yeah. In fact, you regularly call me mistress, don't you? I mean, I didn't really make, Endomai to be like a Tommy Mommy type character, so... Yeah, I gotta remember, Endomai's not, not a sexual character, yeah. I can't be Princess carried. Yes, you can. Yeah, you can. You can easily be carried. You can easily be carried like a princess. Yeah, I'm back in. Alright now. Yeah, alright now. And now, watch out for the frog. Watch out for frog and bee. I know Dracula's implemented a deadly bee weapon. Bees, my god. Alright, oh no, witches! I mean, and they're hot. I mean, and they're bazonk. I mean, mommy. I'm sorry. Neither am I, but here are people sitting down and tagging me the moment I enter. Well. But Innovan, you are cute and small. I mean, Innovan, you are cute and small, though. You're like the cutest, most small, and most adorable bunny ever, yeah. You are a cute, small, adorable bunny. Innovan is cute. Innovan is cute, don't let him fool you. Yeah, femboy bunny, that's true. That's true, Innovan is a femboy bunny. Innovan #1 femboy bunny. Innovan #1 femboy bunny. Yeah, don't let him, deceive you. Alright, I'll try to say it's hair propaganda, but we know the truth. We know the truth. Unlike Endorito, which was false information. Yeah, it's unlike, alright now. Ain't like Endorito, which is false information. Alright now. No, what? Stop. And Doritos just false informational. No matter how you slice it, really. Now we got bees. We got a little bit of a bee problem. Bees. Bees, my god. Not the bees, not the bees. Eee. Not the bees, not the bees. Bees, my god. Get out of here, harpies. Alright, we got some KFC. We have some, Kentucky. We have some KFC. Alright now, we have KFC. Yeah, we have some KFC. Oh, the Traveler hat is just more defense. Alright now, look at all these, student witches. They're here inside the auditorium. Alright now. Yeah, alright now. I'm gonna say there's not much, World War... Ow. I'm gonna say there's not much World War II stuff other than the stuff that's really implied. That's really just basically implied. Alright now. Alright now. Alright now. I remember Bloodlines, did have, actual, stuff from, the World War in it. Oh no, ow. Frickin' bees, stop knocking me down. Get out here, you bees. Frickin' bees. Bee. You better beware of the beekeeper. Alright, I remember that as a Johnny Test villain, but not a lot of people, like Johnny Test. They were like, it's obviously a ripoff of Dexter's Lab. I mean, come on, is Johnny Test really all that annoying? Really? He seems pretty standard for most protagonists that are... He seems pretty standard, honestly. No, I'm not a... Alright, now. Yeah, the cat is definitely a bottom. The cat definitely a bottom, yeah. That is true, yeah. Cat definitely a bottom. Alright, now I'm just filling in the map because I'm... Oh boy. Here comes a here comes an Ent. Yeah, it's freaking Treebeard. Alright now. Alright now, freaking Treebeard. Alright now, and we can tell that, alright now. And we can tell that this is a school for magic because there are student witches and, witches. Yeah. I assume, like, the super hot witches are, like, the adult witches are, probably the teachers here. Yeah. Well, the student witches are here to basically study and learn magic. And they're not very good at it, they just learned how to fly after all. They just learned to, fly. Alright now. Alright now. Any super hot too? I blew up my Malaysia, Johnny Test, it was good. Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was okay. Granted, I was used to, things that are much better, I was used to much better shows, but, it's not awful by any means. At least not as awful as, people were saying back then. Alright, now. Mostly it's the Mr. Enter. I remember Mr. Enter, disliked it, but, Mr. Enter is not a very good critic, not giving it a lie. Yeah. Yeah, alright now. I love the 2 secret agent guys. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to, get nominated from these guys. Johnny Test was decent. Yeah, I agree, it was decent. Nothing really mind-blowing, but decent enough. Oh no, it's a corpse weed. Alright, corpse weeds are how you grow an Aller, or how you... If you take a corpse weed and, give it enough blood, it'll become an Aller and, Aller are, super hot and, beautiful and, hi Luna. Hi Luna, thank you for being here. Alright now, oh, we got a shroom. Cool, I got a magic mushroom from these moldy corpses that are, possessed by evil mushrooms, sort of like that one guy in, Deathmark 2. Yeah, by the way, I was disappointed with Deathmark 2, NG and Deathmark 1 were way better. NG and Deathmark 1 were way better. Yeah, and definitely had a lot less RNG. I don't know why they decided, make everything in, that game RNG related. Nah, it was like, no. It was like you just die because, the RNG is not on your side. Alright now. Ever seen Ed, Edd and Eddy? Oh, Ed, Edd and Eddy was a good show, yeah. Alright, I know the Dew Gather does have a spell. Although, technically speaking, the Dew Gather is basically, it's a beholder, but they can't actually call it a beholder. It's a beholder, but, they decided not to call it beholder. Alright, now, I'm meeting with So Slow replies. It's okay, don't worry about it. Oh yes, that's what I wanted from them. Alright, now, what I wanted from, Dew Gather was, get Stone Circle. It's basically a strike element spell. Yeah. Yeah, it's a spell with physical element that, is kind of decent. Oh, I got Penny! I got the big penny! I got the big penny from, I got the big penny! Big penny, big penny, big penny! And then he taught me how to be mischievous and get away with it. I mean, pretty sure, it did. Alright now. Pretty sure, pretty sure Ed, Edd and Eddy didn't get away with, being mischievous a lot. The real secret to, being mischievous is just, have enough money or, it's just either have enough money or, be good looking enough. Then you can get away with basically anything. That's especially true in America. Especially if you have enough money. Cool, I got a silver plate, but my current armor is a little bit better. My Egyptian dress is, my Egyptian, My Egyptian outfit that I got from, you know, the Sandy Grave is a little bit better than that. Get away with it, sure. Right, alright. They did it, but I learned from their mistakes. Right, sure. Ow. We're under attack by man-eaters. Alright now. Yeah, and they're not that cool kind of man-eaters that, you know, are like that are like the sexy ones, or like, you know, the I'm gonna kill you and eat your face kind of man-eaters. Oh yeah, by the way, these man-eaters also have a whip they can drop. So the man-eaters have a whip they can drop, so I'm gonna try and get that. Luckily there's a room with one. Alright, I'm pretty sure their seeds turn you to stone, don't they? Or is that only in, you know, Symphony of Night? Yeah, they have... Alright now. Luckily it shouldn't take too long to, you know, get it. Plus while I'm doing this, I'm getting more experience, and, you know, that, you know, gets me closer to levels. This gets me higher up in levels. Alright now. Yes, I can get away with it. No. Like, you know, an elevator escape shocking. Just because I subbed my toe three times on yesterday doesn't mean anything. Oh wait, they dropped the whip. Nice, I got the whip. Nice, I got the whip. Alright now, man, alright now. I will be honest, I and the money have also fought man-eating plants, you know? Yeah, I fought man-eating plants that, you know, are basically aliens. Yeah. Yeah, you guys ever see a Little Shop of Horrors? It's kind of based on that, yeah. Alright now. Mr. Cindy with me. Whoa. Don't... Alright now. Whoa. You're being a bit of a bottom, guys. You're being rather a bit of a bottom. Bottom. You were a bottom. And the funny thing is that Endemoni may be the one with programmer socks, but, you know, you're the one that's the bottom for her. Yeah, funny enough, you know, I basically, you know, picked the blue and white striped stockings because, you know, they're considered fashionable among, you know, fairies, yeah. Especially with a lot of fairy artists, yeah. And now Fruggies. Hippity hoppity Easter's on its way. These Frugs are like Karens, yeah. They're like hippity hoppity, your stuff is not my property. Alright now. I prefer bunnies because, you know, with bunnies you can say hippity hoppity, Easter's on its way. Easter's on its way. Here comes Peter Cottontail, hopping down the bunny trail. Yeah, Annabin would, you know, Annabin, you know, is an Easter bunny, by the way. By the way, guys, did you know that Annabin is an Easter bunny? It's like so wild, yeah. Feel like I got another roast him with nice. Alright, I got the stone wall. Alright now. I got a stoner's wall. I have the stoner's wall. Alright now, I think there's an area. Alright now. I need to get the I need to get a magic mushroom so that I can get myself an assassin sword. Magic mushrooms. Alright now, I need a magic mushroom. Alright now, totally not so I can do drugs. Yeah, it's not so I can do drugs. Hey, I got the rusty food tin. Ugh. I am not brave enough to open that. Come on, give me your Amanita. Whoops. Oops, I did not mean to cast Holy Lightning. Alright now. Hopefully boosting our luck actually works in this game. It's not like Dawn and Arya, is it? Dominaria, you know, their luck system sucks. Yeah, it doesn't even do anything, you know, it doesn't do anything. Which is, you know, which is problematic in a game that requires you to be lucky. Which, you know, makes certain souls like a pain to get, yeah. Yeah, it also means enemies drop way less items. Alright now. Alright now. Yeah, I don't think... Alright now. Alright now. Come on, give me the Amanita, it's like your common drop. Why am I having such terrible luck with this stupid ass mushroom, man? Could you please not cast Holy Lightning? Alright now, sorry about that. Alright, I'll try, you know, doing it with Charlotte. Alright, now I'll try doing it with Charlotte. Gotta be, alright now, alright now. Charlotte's great with magic, but terrible at, you know, actually attacking. Alright now. And she kind of requires, you know, charge up on her spells. Oh nice, I got the Amanita. Alright, nice, got the Amanita. I think I'll save. So I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna get out Dark Rift. So I will take, you know, the Witch Hat. Alright now, alright now. Alright now, this next boss has a weakness to Dark Rift, which I will show you. Also, they're weak to Holy Lightning. Also, they have a weakness to Holy Lightning. Yeah, it kind of sucks up their water. Yeah, Dark Rift sucks up their water attack. And it's weak to lightning. This thing has a weakness to lightning, and it's also Dark Rift sucks up the water that tries to spew at you. Yeah, that's how you know, good gamers, you know, that's how you know. Alright now. Yeah, resist ice and dark. Also, that's Dagon, use a Lovecraftian entity. Yeah. I blame HP Lovecraft for that guy. I know that. Listen, I know that alright now. Alright now. I mean, H.P. Lovecraft may not have been exactly a great person, but, you know, his influence on cosmic horror definitely, you know, definitely is, you know, very great, yeah. Yeah. He's not exactly it's not exactly what I would call a great person, though. He is not exactly what I would call, you know, a very good person, though. Alright, now that we have the Toad Morph. Alright, now that I have Toad Morph, I will go back to Sandy Grave. I better do this before I forget. Alright, I'm gonna do this quest before I forget. Alright, now I need to go to the room with the boulder. Alright, so I need to go to the room with the boulder. Which is coincidentally, alright now. Thankfully there's a warp point so it's not far. Alright, watch the ghosts. Oh, guys, Oh yeah, by the way, I did get the headgear from this guy, so I already got that. I already got some of that, so... And by the way, thank you for the head pets, by the way. I appreciate that. Sorry about that. I was kind of, you know, focused on the game. Sorry. Sorry that I didn't notice right away. I'm sorry. That's a zombie dragon, which kind of reminds me of Bones from, you know, the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. Yeah, funny enough, now his cards, you know, kind of are great bridges for, you know, zombies. I mean, that's alright now. Alright now, and we need the Toad Morph. Alright, I need the Toad Morph. Now turn into a little blue toad with a book on its back, yeah. And we need to go over here. Oh wow, our stats go way down when we're at Frog. Wow, our stats go way down when we're a Frog. That's unfortunate. Yeah, makes sense, yeah. Alright now. Alright now. Sure hope nobody does anything... Alright now. Sure hope nobody does anything shady with transformation magic to weaken people, so that they can subdue them or something. Kinda reminds me, I do have a villain idea that I want to do for, like, the Frog Prince. It's just that I'm not really sure what to do with him. You know, exactly. Yeah. Alright now. I do want to make him, you know, threatening without being, you know, overly silly. No, that kind of reminds me, you know. Alright now, you guys probably don't know this, but I used to play some hidden object games. And one of the hidden object game series I got into was, you know, was Dark Parables. Yeah, and Dark Parables is basically based on, you know, fairy tales, basically, yeah. Yeah, the Frog Prince is, you know, the Frog Prince is one of the villains in the game, in one of the games, yeah. Alright, now, I will still say that these nades look like Oompa Loompas. Yeah, Persephone's look like Oompa Loompas. That or they got a really weird, you know, hair. That or they, yeah. They got really weird looking hair. Yeah, they, alright now. Alright now. That or for some reason that's like their dress code or something. I mean, I know they're not human or something, but you know, they have like a, alright now. Ah, you learned the purification spell, yes, now I can break the vampire's curse. Indeed you can, but if they're already full vampires, it'll be too late. We won't know until if it's too late until we try. Yes, it's true, still, you have to, even if you break the curse, please don't tell them about me. Why not? I'm sure they both want to see you. My daughters think I'm dead. The truth is, my body is gone. Besides, Bronner comes first. But still, it's alright. It's the fate of my family. My daughters have a task they must perform. I'll see them one last time before I pass away. That's good enough for me. Oh, excuse me. Alright, now. I'll take the gambler. And I'll take the royal sword.
You're back. Well done. You're back. Well done. Well done.
Alright, I'll take the royal sword and I'll take the... Alright, now I'll wait. Alright, now I have the gambler quest. Alright, now. That's weird, he hasn't given me the bee quest yet. I'm sure he will eventually. He hasn't given me the quest to, you know, get the beehive yet. No, well, I'm sure he'll do it eventually. Alright, since we have Toad Morph, we can actually, you know, progress here. Alright, now we need to equip... We need you to, you know... We need to turn into a rogue. We need to turn into Toad. Alright, just be careful of the one enemy in here. Since your stats are really low as a rogue. No, not the imps, I don't like them. No, no, not imps. No! No, leave me alone! Get out of here. No, leave me alone! Leave me alone. Oh, it begins. Oh my god. No, 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 I don't like this. I don't like any of this. Ow. I don't like any of this. Alright, got the Thunderbolt spell. Ow. No, 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 no! Get out, get out, get out! Alright, get out of the stone. Frickin' stone spell. Alright, frickin' stone. Frickin', you know, frickin' Medusa heads. Yeah, alright now. I mean, Medusa heads are my favorite enemy, yeah, can't you tell? Ow! No! Charlotte, free me! Ow, no! Darn it! What the heck were you smoking there, man? Hey, 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 knock it off! Stop knocking me down! No, 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 no! Charlotte! Break him out! Ah, frickin' Medusa heads, I hate them. I mean, I love them, yeah, they're so, you know, good, yeah. I mean, they're definitely, you know, my favorite enemy of all... They're definitely the enemy of all time, yeah. Definitely nothing, you know, yeah, I blame, you know, Athena and Poseidon for this. Ow, of course. I blame, you know, frickin' Poseidon and Athena for this. Alright, now. Yeah, if Athena didn't protect her, you know, alright now. Break out, break out, break out, break out. Alright now. No! Alright now, I'm dying here. Luckily I have infinite healing. No! Stupid ass Medusa heads. Alright, go away, all of you. All of you, out of my way, please. Please don't. No! Get out of here! No, 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 no! Ah, fucking imp. Come on, let go of me. Let me go. Let me go. Frickin' imps. Alright, now, please don't. Alright, slow ground Daimon, which means death can't be far. Alright, we got the blue cape. Nice. Frickin', alright now. Alright, aside from, you know, a couple of obnoxious enemies, this place is not too bad. I will say it's definitely way better than any, you know... I will say this place, you know, despite, you know, having a couple of annoying enemies isn't too bad. Very easy to die here, though. Alright, please don't have an imp here. Alright, now let's get into Death's room. That look you have, I assume you've run into Bronner. That's none of your business. You won't escape this time. You do realize there's no connection between myself and Bronner, don't you? And yet you still challenge me? If my research is correct, you still have a strong desire to see Dracula revive, correct? Even if you're not working with Bronner, you still have to be defeated. Challenging me even though you can't use the whip. How utterly absurd. But I'll play with you anyway. Oh no, ow. Alright, he switches between forms. I know, whoa. Alright, all these sides, make him a little bit annoying. Oh no, whoa, ow. That's sight. Alright, now. Alright, we're fine. Alright, now. Alright, now, as long as we can keep... Alright, got him. How can someone like you possess such amazing powers? I may not have the whiz power, but I can still kick your ass. By underestimating you. Still, I have my reasons for holding back. Sure, you were holding back. Sure. Hey there, alright, now, Endorito's not real. There's no such thing as Endorito, okay? Alright, now. Is that your excuse? How typical. Resign yourself to your fate. Know the limits of your power. There is still something I need for you to do for me. Darn it, damn it, he ran away. Say, what do you suppose that my way still have a task to perform? Getting rid of Bronner, of course. Forget it, our task is simple. Beat up all the baddies, no problemo. With the power of the moon and the money will punish you? Exactly. How can you always have this happy-go-lucky attitude? I prefer to call it a positive attitude. Look, stop worrying so much and focus on what we have to do. Defeat Death and Bronner, got it? Okay. Worrying only makes things worse than they really are, right? You got it. Yeah, just be careful about skipping Death's dialogue. There is a little bit of a bug in the game, that kind of is related to that. Where you can kind of end up trapped in, Death's room. Because that game, you might think, Death's battle is still going on. Alright, this is what we're doing now. Alright, could you please let me go, please? Right now, I'm pretty... Do I have Tempest? Yeah, this is the one spell that will kill the imp. The one spell that'll kill the imp. I was sure there was... I was sure there was a door around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. I knew there was a door around there somewhere. I knew there was a hidden area, I remember. Oh dear, it's an indie. Hi there, Yenny. Hi, Yenny. Alright, as you can see, I'm playing Portrait of Ruin. Again. I quite rather like this game. Oh no, it's a succubus. Oh no. Oh no, succubuses. Ow. Oh no, alright now. Yenny, look away. This is not for good, impressionable magical girls now. Yenny, look away. Yenny, look away. Don't get weird ideas from that, In fact, I order you not to get weird ideas. There's no need to get toxic Yuri when you showed me the last time. No, we're not doing Yuri, no. Toxic Yuri. Alright, let's get the roast and whip out. Alright, whip that succubus. Actually, succubuses are weak to stone. You're weak to... oh wait. And there's an HP max. Alright, there's a save point right over there. Oh, the wyverns are weak to stone? Oh, wyverns are weak to stone. Are you making Yuri on ice? Sure, yes, that's what I mean. Yuri on ice, yeah. Definitely nothing else. It's not like magical girls are very infamous among, you know, certain communities. Yeah, magical girls are definitely like a pack of Skittles. Yeah, most magical girls are like a yeah, you guys have seen Skittles, yeah? Alright now, you guys are alright now. Alright now. But yeah, showcase the toxic fury before, so I won't ask again. Alright now. Alright now, let's get the Holy Claymore out. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, I got comboed. Oh, I got comboed. I got wombo comboed. Wombo combo, wombo combo. No, I got comboed. Oh, I got that Rehab's Frost from you. I got the Rehab's Frost. Cool, I got the Ice Sword. Alright, not what I was looking for, but you know. I'm glad I got it anyway. I'm glad I got the Ice Sword, yeah. Alright, Malachi has like 2 drops you can have. One of them is a spell, and I kind of need all the spells in the game because it's tied to a side quest. So I kind of need it. Alright, if he keeps hitting, you know, Charlotte though, I'm gonna run out of magic though. I mean, I do have a lot of it, but you know, probably not a lot. Probably alright now, but I can't keep it going forever. I don't want to alright now, I can't keep it going forever. Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for Malachi's, you know, spell. Which is the same spell you do unlock. Alright now, ow. Alright now, alright now. Recently I became addicted to Master Duel, and I'm kind of, you know, in the process of hoarding gems. You know, basically I'm hoarding gems so that, you know, I can unlock in, so that, you know, I can get a whole bunch of pumpkin packs when, you know, they inevitably come out. You know, which I think will be around Halloween. Yeah. Although I think tomorrow everything resets. So that way I'll be able to do a lot more. That way I'll be able to get a lot more, won't I? Oh nice, there's a spell. Alright, huh. That, talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Seems to, you know, be a good luck charm, huh? Alright now. I will say I'm very glad to, you know, get back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Granted, you know, it's definitely way wilder than, you know, I'm used to, you know, because back when I was playing, you know, back when I was playing in school, back when I was playing in school, it definitely, you know, wasn't like, you know, today, yeah. Today everything is like, you know, solitaire. But you know, I feel like it's a little bit better than when I was playing, because back when I was ever playing, you know, everything was just straight up attrition. Most of it was just, you know, basically attrition. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was easier back in it was a lot easier back in the old days. Yeah, I do agree that it was a lot easier, but you know, I think solitaire Yu-Gi-Oh! Is also its own sort of fun. Granted, you know, I understand why a lot of, you know, people who return to it, you know, will, you know, and will get frustrated at it. Yeah, we're not looking at the era of, alright now. It's definitely not the era of, summon one monster and pass. That's not the era of, summon one monster and, pass and hope you don't get, have like, back and forth, between monsters like in the anime. Like from back in the day. Yeah, yeah. But the way things are now, Yu-Gi-Oh! Turns do not last very long. Except, there's not a lot of turns, but, and the combos are very long. Alright, let me show you the secret technique to ticking these. Right now, let me show you the secret technique to ticking down these guys that you may not know about. Alright now. And then just wait for X-Bomber to recharge. Yeah, X-Bomber does, damage based on level. So if you do if you're high enough level and you do X-Bomber, you can take out the final guards, pretty easily in this game. And I have to thank Inapin for showing me how to do that. He's the one that, showed me that you could do that. He also showed me that Iron Golems, technically speaking, in Aria of Sorrow, have a weakness to, certain damage types because certain damage types. Yeah, they have weaknesses to certain damage types. No. Right now, hey Eric, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. Sure, what is it? Did my father know the vampire killer would consume his life when he used it? No, we only learned the truth after Dracula was defeated. We found out using magic after noticing John took so long to recover, I see. Jonathan, why do you ask that? Grandfather was already dead by the time I was born. I was wondering if grandfather gave the whip knowing the truth about it. Good question. No, you have no worries. Your grandfather was exceptionally strong but kind. That's good to hear, right, Jonathan? Yeah. Alright, we got the Builder Strength quest. And we got the Hansa clock, and I need to either manipulate the Steam Deck clock or, wait till 12 o'clock and I have to go to Death's Room and, get time stopped. Also, we have another quest where we can, essentially get infinite health upgrades. Which are gonna be essential. Alright, now. I like how all Castlevania games, all the characters just have the literally same walk they do in every game. I mean, whatever. All right, now. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, all right, now. I'm glad that Kamani, Kamani, saw that, the writing was on the wall, and they were losing a lot of money to their politicians, and of course, it helped that, Japan was changing the gambling laws. So it's good that they released this collection, I think, Kamani might, be motivated by money, but it's nice to have them, have somewhat of a redemption arc, after their, history of toxicity, that they had, back in the day. Well, the back in the day of the PS3 era. That was alright now. Glad to see it. And we can essentially get, infinite health upgrades if we want. And I might as well do that to get a lot of HP so that, I don't die super easily. So that I become a walking tank. Alright, I think I hit the limit.
You're back. Excellent.
Alright, I hit the limit.
You're back. Excellent.
Alright, I have to... Alright, now. You can't fight an empty stomach. Bring back a New York stick and bring it here. The walk is very iconic and recognizable, so... Yeah, that's true. That is very true, yeah. Yeah, yeah, we like Jonathan and Charlotte's walk. Alright, by the way, if we stand very still... Whoa, she has a titty bounce. And Jonathan does a JoJo pose. Alright, oh whoa. They even put a bounce on, you know, Charlotte. Oh man. Oh no. Well, they also put bounce on the witches too from earlier, yeah. Alright, I think, you know, having, you know, all that health upgrade will definitely be helpful. And there's a wall here, you know. Alright, now, Booba. What's this? I can see the way ahead, but I can't move forward. Hold on a minute. This is the way to throw them, but it's spatially segregated. And that means, simply put, there's something like an invisible wall here. Bonner said he separated Dracula from the castle. This is what he was talking about. The long story short, we can't move on from here. Exactly. Let's find another route. Yeah, alright now. Yeah, alright now. Back when devs weren't afraid to, you know, make characters with, like, you know, bounce. So we are gonna need Sanctuary for this. Jonathan, we were tired of waiting. Are you ready to die yet? Hold on, you two are being tricked by Bronner. What a pathetic lie. We have no time to waste listening to the words of a despicable human. Nothing we say will matter. They're completely under Bronner's control. So you may be able to do something now. Jonathan, help me out here. Alright, now I kind of need potions here. Alright. Alright, now. Can I please stop hitting her, please? Good thing I have infinite healing. Yeah, there we go, Sanctuary. Good thing I have infinite healing. That made it a lot easier. The spell was perfectly cast now. Let's see if it was effective. Alright, now, Loretta, are you alright? Alright, you still have been freed from, you know, being vampires? Looks like there's no longer vampires. It's a success. Well, of course, it was me we're talking about. Alright, well, what have we been doing? Tasty cheese. What do you mean? I should have used taunts, but you know, Jonathan. That would have been the way to help. Oh, sure, no problem. Well, Miss Charlotte, thank you so much for setting us free. Sure thing, the curse may have been lifted, but you two should still take it easy. No, I don't think so. Loretta, I think we should stand up. Loretta, still stop. Shouldn't we, after all we've been through? I know, but there's a job we must do now. Pull yourself together. We have no time to mourn. What happened? What happened is it's all over. I'm sorry you had to see that. Once more, our family shares our fate with the Morris family. We are the cards, after all. And I'm Stella, and this is my younger sister, Loretta. And we already know. Anyway, we must hurry. We must defeat Brunner. He's painting something that holds the power to destroy the world. What? He said it was almost complete, and it's in the atelier painting. He's in the atelier painting, and where's that painting? It's in the room behind me, but even for us entering the painting is impossible. There's one option, however. What is it? The studio painting is sealed by 4 paintings surrounding it, meaning we have to break the seal to enter the painting. You see, you'll help us, right? Well, you must be exhausted. I'm amazed you can even talk after being under such a powerful curse. They can't move. That's true, but that's not all. The door to the inner room can only be opened by magic from me, Brunner, or ourselves. So you'll stay here and open the door for us, sir, no problem. Oh. Alright, now one more thing. It's about the vampire killer. We can perform a ritual to unlock the power of the whip. Unfortunately, I know, using it will consume my soul, right? Please don't forget that, and you must use it wisely. When you feel ready for the ritual, please just tell us. Listen, about your father, none of that. Once this is all over, you can tell us about him. Father, with her noise, Loretta, I know. Let's see what Destiny has intended it for us. Right, no problemo. I will say I already know. Ooh, vampirism. Ugh. I know. Yeah, I use stinky cheese, what kind of cheese. I use the stinky, smelly cheese to, cheese my way into a win, but I think it worked. it was very fortunate that I was able to do that. Eric, we lifted a curse from your daughters, thanks to my magical genius. You two were in time. I cannot believe it. It is a miracle. They said they don't want to know about you until it's all over. That's good. If they knew what I've become, it'd only upset them. Now you can unlock the true power of the vampire killer. That's what they said. I'll give it a try if I feel like it. Well then, now you know how John felt. Perhaps that'll be enough. Oh no, Jonathan. Alright now. Defeat the Ghoul King, abandon greed. Oh, we need it. Alright now. Huh, Vincent's not here. I know. You take the Dorito out of the cheese dip, but never the cheese out of the Dorito. What are you talking about? How are you talking about? I ain't a Dorito, no. The vampire what happened? The vampire bit me. What? Seriously? What do I do? Do something, please. Just calm down. We still have time before you turn into a vampire. Yeah, that's what they say. Purification spells are effective in the early stages. I beg you, do something for me. Get the purification spell. Alright now. He says he'll lower the price, but he never actually does it. Alright, do we want... Alright. Do we help Vincent out, out of the goodness of our heart? I mean, I guess we... Alright, I'll purify him. Alright, I'll purify him, but he's not gonna lower the shop prices. Yeah, you should have totally been doing that, yeah. You are a hero after all. Except it was me who did it. Now I can get back to business. I can't thank you enough. How about you lower your prices? That's a good start. Absolutely not. Not everything is about money, young boy. I'll find a better way to thank you. Sure, he takes this very seriously. Right, sure, Vincent. I believe you. Alright, we need to buy. Alright, now. Alright, buy the high tonics. Alright, we need to find some stuff to buy. Oh, we don't have a lot of money anyway. Alright, buy the samurai helmet. Oh man, we need... Alright now. I am not. I refuse to buy potions. Alright, I need to get at least I need to, make my money, 100. Right now, what's a good place, what's a good, whoops. Did I go to the wrong area? I'm sorry, I misclicked. Sorry, I misclicked. Sorry about that. Of course I would help, of course I would help, Vincent either way, because, I am a hero after all. The things I do out of principle. Alright. Right now, please just gotta pick up a dime. Alright, now I picked up. Alright, now. Now I have. Alright, now. Now I have enough to pick up. Now I have enough to pick up, anything that costs, around 300. Oh man. I know. I will tell what I know what to do. Yes, please. The whip is bound to the Belmont bloodline as much as the Morse family cannot use the power directly. That's why that's why the Lockhart family exists, right? Exactly. The cards have the power to incarnate the memory of the Belmonts engraved in the whip. I see. Overcoming that makes the whip recognize the user. Yes, precisely. Hey, wait, I don't quite follow this, but to put it simply, you have to battle the whip's memory of the past Belmonts in order to use it. Oh, no, wait, they're a legendary family that only exists in myths. Or rather, I wish they were. Still, Bother could do it, I can too. That's the spirit. Of course, it's not an actual Belmont, it's just an image of them. Don't never forget that. Oh, no. Ready to face the castle's lord? Do your best. Master Jonathan and Miss Charlotte? Sure, no problem. Nothing's impossible for me. Oh, whoops, I want to go into the buy menu. Alright. Alright, now I'm out of money. And now I can get one of the most powerful items in the entire game. And I'll be sure to grab 2 of them. I'll be sure to grab 2 of them. I'll grab 2 of them just in case. That way, yeah, I can only equip 1 at a time, so I can't get the huge, so I can't, just make, Jonathan and, Charlotte's stats massive. But, I have the ability to, duplicate his quest rewards and basically get infinite money. So I can, just max out my money. Yeah. Alright, now. Kind of annoying that they make you go to 0, but Alright, let's go look for somebody to raid, shall we? Oh, by the way, I should start playing Master Duel with you guys. Granted, my deck is not very good as of yet, but it's winning matches at least. My deck may not be the greatest after all, but I'm at least winning matches sometimes. When I'm not getting hand trapped to death. Oh, whoops. Did I do it wrong? Alright, Maria. Raid, Maria, putting away. Alright, there we go. When I'm not getting hand trapped and, negated to death. But I'm still doing pretty good, so. Yeah, I even managed to, beat Red Eyes Dark Dragoon and even beat, a full board of Azumaya. Yeah, somehow. I was just hanging on for dear life there, and I was really sweating on that Azumaya match, and, somehow I won. Anyway, Moonbat raid. See you later, goodbye.